Good morning, boys and girls. Today, your writing lesson is going to be about mammals. Look at all of these pictures that I've put on this first screen. These are all pictures or examples of mammals. I want you to look at all these pictures and think, what do all of these animals have in common? How are they all alike? Before we start our writing lesson, we're going to review one more time what we know about writing a paragraph. Got my good picture of my hamburger or my cheeseburger over here because I want you to remember we have to start with an opening sentence. We need good details in the middle, and you need to end your paragraph with a good closing sentence. We also want to remember to stay on topic. Today, your topic is to write about mammals. So we're not going to talk about how we love our puppy dog or your grandma has a kitty cat. You're going to be giving me facts today about mammals. Now, if we were in class, we would be able to do lots of good research and read lots of different books about different types of mammals. But since we're not together just yet, we're going to look at this little slide where I'm able to give you some facts that I found when I did some research for us. You also read in your animal group story with Ms. Chapman, you've been reading about mammals. So listen to these facts. Up here, my big word says mammals. Mammals give birth to live young. So I want you to think about it. These animals grow inside their mother's belly, and then they are born. So they do not hatch from eggs like reptiles or birds or fish or what's the other one? Amphibians. They are born alive. Now, another fact about mammals is that they have hair or fur on their bodies. Okay? Mammals are also able to feed their young with milk. So like this mother piglet, she is able to feed her babies milk from her body that her body was able to produce when the babies were born. And mammals are what we call warm-blooded. They are not cold-blooded like reptiles and amphibians. They are warm-blooded, which means that they can maintain a body temperature. It doesn't matter if the surrounding areas, their bodies keep a constant temperature. Now on this slide, I chose to use our graphic organizer again today with the bubble map. And in the center, I put the word mammals. So I'm going to go around again and I'm going to read you all the facts that I have around on my bubble map. When you begin your writing, I want you to come back to this slide and pause the video so that you can use this bubble map to help you create your sentences. Remember, these are words that you can use, so you can make sure that you spell them the right way. Okay, here we go. Up top in the bright green, I listed some examples of mammals, and watch and listen what I put. People, dogs, and cows. Did you know that you were a mammal? You are. Just like a dog, just like a cow, just like all these other creatures on this picture page, and many more. Now, another characteristic about a mammal is that they have lungs to breathe. You have fur or hair. Now, not you. You wouldn't have fur, would you? Shouldn't have said that. We have hair, but animals that are mammals have fur on their bodies. Over here in purple, I said that land mammals have 4 legs. Now, not all mammals live on land. There are a few that do live in the water, and we're going to talk about those in just a second. But if it is an animal that is a mammal that lives on land, it would have 4 legs. Down here in orange, I said that mammals can give birth to live young, And I attached it to this one next to it too because they kind of go together. The mothers can feed their young milk. In green, we said they are warm-blooded. And then up here in black, these two facts go together. So let's look at the first one, the top one. It says most live on land. So most mammals do live on land. But here are some examples of mammals that live in water. Whales, dolphins, and manatees live in water. So they are examples of mammals that live in water. You'll notice we used our commas again in that little fact and our fact up here because I was listing more than 2 examples of mammals, so I needed to separate them with a comma. When I go to my next slide, I'm going to start modeling my writing for you. You'll notice again that on this bubble map, I did not give you an opening and I did not give you a closing sentence. I want you to put your thinking cap on and come up with your very own. I know you can do it. So here we go. I'm going to begin by saying, let me tell you about mammals. I started with a capital and I ended with a period. Mammals have lungs to breathe, period. Let me flip back to my bubble map so I can get another good fact. Oh, and this one I'm going to say that they have to have fur or hair. Now, I began this sentence with the word mammals, so I could use the pronoun they. They have fur or hair on their body. Started with a capital and I ended with a period. Ooh, land mammals have 4 legs. Okay, so I'm going to go to back. I might ask another good question. Remember how I showed you that the other day? I'm going to say, did you know that land mammals have 4 legs? I'm going to give up a question mark. Mammals are born alive. I might add something else. They do not hatch eggs. Oh, I'm just going to add in that little extra bit of information. I might move on over to warm-blooded, and I could say they are warm-blooded. I could use this fact in a sentence and this fact. Now remember, you don't have to use every single fact on my bubble map in a sentence, but I would like for you to at least pick 4 of them, okay? So I might come up to this one and give some examples of mammals because I think it's important that my reader knows that people are also mammals. So I might say people, comma, dogs, and cows are examples of mammals. Now I'm going to have to give myself a good closing sentence. Up here, I began my opening with, let me tell you about mammals. I told all about them. So now I could just end with, now you know all about mammals, period. Okay, remember, when you're finished, you can't just go run to Seesaw and send it in. You have to read your writing. I keep seeing some of my boys and girls leaving off capitals at the beginning or forgetting a punctuation mark at the end. If you go back with your finger and you track and you read over everything that you've written, you will catch your mistakes, I promise. Because when you read them to me in class, you always do. So I know you'll do it if you read it on your own or to an adult at your house. So let's listen to Miss Bullocks and see if I left anything out. Let me tell you about mammals. Mammals have lungs to breathe. They have fur or hair on their body. Did you know that land mammals have 4 legs? And I ended that with a question mark. Mammals are born alive. They do not hatch from eggs. They are warm-blooded. People, dogs, and cows are examples of mammals. Now you know all about mammals. Okay, I think I am ready to go. And I'm ready to send this to my teacher. So I would add my response in Seesaw. I'm going to remember this first slide is where you will find my lesson when Miss Bullock's finished. I will move over to slide number 2. I will click on my picture of my camera. I will hold it up nice and neat, and you want to make sure that you can read it once you take your picture. So I'm going to take my picture and I'm going to double check. Did you even know that up here in the corner where you see this plus sign, you can zoom in on your writing for me? Ooh, that might help your teachers. I like that. So once you take your picture, you can choose the plus sign and zoom it in real close if you don't think you got a good enough picture, and try it that way. If you can read it, then I want you to click the check and send it to your teacher. Have fun, boys and girls, writing about mammals.